Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, September 5th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with ratings news. AEW Dynamite drew a record low audience last Wednesday according to F4W Online, marking the lowest rating the show has ever received in its regular Wednesday night time slot. 472,000 viewers tuned in to watch the show on TBS, marking a drop of nearly 20% from last week's audience of 585,000. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was .11, a decline of 15% from last week's rating of .13 and the second lowest demo rating in the show's history. This past Tuesday night's NXT drew 655,000 viewers to the CW, according to Programming Insider, which was slightly up from the previous week's tally of 616,000 viewers. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was .14, also up from the previous week's .12. TNA Wrestling presented a live episode of Impact last night on TNA Plus, Access TV, and streaming on YouTube from the Armory in Minneapolis. In the main event, the Hardys and Mara Sade defeated Order 4. The Nemeths jumped the Hardys after the match and held up the Hardys TNA World Tag Team title belts to end the show. In an in-ring promo segment, Santino Marella announced that Trick Williams would be defending the TNA World title against Mike Santana at Bound for Glory. In a three-way match to determine the number one contender to the Knockouts World title, Indy Hartwell won out over Jody Threat and Danny Luna. Luna attacked both Hartwell and Threat after the match. And Frankie Kazarian beat Matt Cardona in the opener. Cardona had a confrontation with Ryan Nemeth before the match. And finally, Ring of Honor streamed on Honor Club last night. In the main event, Wheeler Yuta defeated John Silver of the Dark Order. ROH World Women's Champion Athena competed in a non-title match, defeating Dayami. In the opening match, the conglomeration's Hologram and Tomohiro Ishii beat the Premier Athletes. In other results, Blake Christian and Lee Johnson topped Joe Alonzo and Thomas Hines, and Katsuyori Shibata went over Jordan Oliver. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.